Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a magical day and considering today even more magical because today we'll be checking out two more songs from Rush. Very excited. We're doing two different albums. Two songs from different albums. Because I want to check out some albums I'm not gonna go through like completely. So this are two of them. I'm checking out Fly By Night, which is by the album Fly By Night, and Closer to the Heart, which is from a different album. I'm not sure which one. I can check. I think I can check now. Let me see. Closer to the Heart is by A Farewell to the Kings. Okay, cool, interesting. But yeah, these two I've picked because they seem to have the most hype. People listen to them the most, so I was like, okay, they're probably some of their best writings to blow up. So yes, and because I wasn't sure, I picked those. For Thursday, we're doing another two. I think maybe from the same album. Those two. I'm not completely sure. I'm gonna have to check. But yes, and then we're gonna go and move into like Moving Pictures album. So very excited for this one. I have the lyrics for both of the songs because I know that Neil wrote the lyrics from the following albums onwards from the first one, and I'm very excited to see the whole thing just develop with the lyrics because already their music's super cool, super interesting. Just what I love to hear, like that interesting, never gets you bored, it always changes. At the same time uses normal, like regular repeated stuff, but it still like works, like that whole thing. And I'm very excited to see how this one's gonna develop from this. So let's go. I love the do 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 do. So fun. Okay, so I love this. It's so nice that it starts off so relaxed and like calm and just has this very chill vibe to it. Choo 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 choo. Very relaxed and super fun because of that. I love that we have the we have Getty doing vocals like do 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 do. Those quick high notes that stop abruptly but beautifully like ascend up there and then quickly go below. Like that already is super fun to me. I love guitar doing that whole riff I played out before. And it's just super fun. Also drums are having like such a moment. It's so fun, it's so chill a song and interesting. I love it. Okay. This is such a solid song. Like, never like relaxes for a second, so it keeps that pumping or like energy going. I love that we had guitar solo, but we still kept that da da da, da like that bass rhythm and melody going. I love that melody. Like, it's such a catchy one, and at the same time, it just, you can hear it and not get bored of it. It's super fun. It has a little like da 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 kick to it. It's super fun. I love that we have the occasional drums finishing parts of the music, and so going off of it like completely in a fun way. With drums, it's always fun to like finish like that because they just give you that push that you need for the next intro of the lyrics or something. And yeah, I loved guitar solo. We had a lot of like fun, crazy, speedy parts towards the end. We had the fun like bending, super solid. So nice, like how they perform this whole thing.
I'm after. It's changing every day. Changing the seasons and not with the reason to want to get away. Quiet and pensive, my thoughts apprehensive. The hours drift away. Leaving my homeland, flying alone, and my life begins today. Fly by night.
Okay, this session, like this part already, I love it because it first of all gives a very like different vibe to the lyrics, and it's supposed to, because it raises that more like they're going a bit slower. They want us to focus more on the lyrics. They want us to pay more attention to that. And because I did it so nice, like the whole also relaxed, less bass to keep from like having a more like importance towards the music. So with one instrument absent or mostly absent, because we do get it back a bit. Having the guitar very high up, and the drums very relaxed and very occasional. So making a completely new tempo basically for this session just gives it that push for the lyrics that is needed, and it so works. And I love how they also get back into it because it's the one you expect them to hit, and when they hit it, it's so satisfying.
Fly by night away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye, my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. Fly by night away from here. Change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye, my dear. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend. My ship isn't coming and I just can't pretend.
Interesting. We went into a very like specific kind of I think era of music. I don't know if all the songs in this album are like this, where you have, because the very first album was a lot longer songs, with a lot like different like vibe to like extended guitar solos who like went full out. So this is very different. Does not focus on going super high up, super speedy in the high notes, super speedy in like guitar solo, for example, moments. Because we know that Alex can go faster. But also like just the whole entire like thing just being presented this way. It's very like interesting because you have that repeating you have a repeating tempo moment, song, lyric, chorus. And it's interesting. It still works. It's still like a very beautiful song, and I love it. And also the lyrics are amazing. Let me just go through them again. Faces, parades, passers, people in many places. With a smile or just a sigh, waiting past the time. Another cigarette. Get in line. Gate 39. The time is not here yet. Why I try and know why the feeling inside. Fly by night. Is that not it? The song? Start a new chapter. And one night here, change my life again. It is. The fly by night. Good night, my dear. My ship isn't. It's interesting how they set it up as if it's an airport they're waiting at, because it's gate 39, and then they're like, my ship isn't coming. I just can't pretend. Why would they do that? Also, it's flight by night from here. Oh, okay, wait. It's basically it's basically you're waiting for a ship to do all the work for you, where you could just take flight, take life into your own hands and fly away from here. This is what I get from it. And change your life again. Yeah. Fly by night away from here, change my life again. Fly by night, goodbye my dear. My ship, like a transport basically, isn't here to make my life easier, so I just have to take my life into my own hands. Moonrise, thoughtful eyes, staring back at me from the window. By side, no fright, no hindsight, leaving behind the empty feeling inside. Oh, so leaving away that maybe procrastination, feeling bored, lazy, all that like sad feelings, all those like bottled up, like making you like lose precious time that you could be making something, having fun even, and enjoying your life. Start a new chapter. I find what I'm after. I'm changing every day. The change of a season is enough for a reason to want to get away. Makes sense. Yeah, this is the main point of the song, I think, what I've mentioned. Quite pensive. I like the little rhyming sessions that we have with the da 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 da. Like, I love how also the Getty chose his voice to be like da da da, that push high up quickly, because it makes that even more fun to then rhyme. It's so interesting. Okay, so I do think it's time that we move on to the next song. But I really like those lyrics. They're really, really fun, and I've really enjoyed listening to them. I also really, really like the song, and I feel like because we have these lyrics, even if the song is that more like structured, kind of like how we do every kind of song, like, you know, intro, then we get into the chorus, then we have guitar solo, then we get back into the song, a bit more chorus, and we finish it. Still, the tempo and the whole like melody, that whole da 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 da, something very catchy, and we don't really. It's very iffy to find something specifically good and catchy. I think they've done that already in all of their songs I've checked out, so this is really already like such a plus, and I'm so excited to check out more because I know they're just continue to do that well. So now we're gonna check Closer to the Heart. Very excited. Let's go.
And the men who hold high places must be the ones who start to mold a new reality closer to the heart, closer to the heart. The blacksmith and the artist reflected in their art. They forge their creativity closer to the heart.
Okay, already I love how relaxed and chill this is. It feels almost like we're having a conversation and I'm just chill listening to a friend. I love that. I love how relaxed and just the bass is just like do 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 do. There's like that kind of tempo, that slower, more laid back, relaxed kind. Also, drums are used a lot more like freely, a lot more in a relaxed way. Same goes. I like how we had a guitar beginning only. That was very, very nice and very, very solid. I also like the little chime that we heard, the little triangle like hit. That was beautiful. That is so fun to listen to, and like I love that.
Closer to the heart. Yes, closer to the heart.
I like the push there with the drums.
Philosophers and plowmen, each must know his part to sow a new mentality closer to the heart.
Okay, I love how they pushed that. That was a beautiful way to push that. That sounded such a satisfying like change, because we had a whole new instrument that we occasionally heard only at the beginning come back and go a bit deeper as well, to like reintroduce a higher level and a more like tense part of the music. That was so fun.
Philosophers and plowmen, each must know his part to sow a new mentality closer to the heart. Yes, closer to the heart. Yeah.
Okay, that was beautiful. I love how we had get in there and deepen the guitar solo, and then we just like completely went out of it again, and it's like way high up and way like pitchier and stuff. That sounded so beautiful. I love that. Also, the fact that just Getty's just relaxed, just pulling out little high notes out of nowhere. It's so unbelievable and funny at the same time that he could just relax and like chill and just do that, and it's like, oh yeah, no issue, we're good. Like I can do that all day. Also, beautiful guitar solo. I like that we had a few. Also, it was still a bit chill. It went a bit faster, a bit more, a bit of a higher tempo, faster tempo. But it did have a nice, still like relaxed feel to it. Did go faster. We did have though, like, you know, those like bends that kind of brought it back. We also repeated just a bit higher that bend. So again, brings the more like, you don't have to keep up with it as much. It's not getting extremely fast with extremely crazy compositions for you to be like, oh my god, I need to pay attention, and it's going all over everywhere and I'm getting overwhelmed. No, this is, you expect and you already like anticipate parts of it because of how they're rolling and flowing with it. And it's really, really fun and good also because of how they did go higher. They did go more tense and more like high pitched. But going back into this, that would mean that they were also able to chill back down again. So okay, I love how they chose to finish it like here, like they whole like quickly went up there. That was beautiful. I love that. It was like a little break of like high pitchiness, and then they were like, oh, let's just go completely strong here, like at the end. Also, his belts, his belts are so good. Like, wow. I wish we could hear the high note there at the end. That sounded so good. Why? I wish we could hear that. He started going off on a gorgeous high note that we just couldn't reach because they faded out the whole video. Anyways, let me check out the lyrics because this seemed very interesting. And the men who hold high places must be the ones who start. Ooh. Interesting. Wait a minute. I'm reading lyrics that is not in this song, and I'm guessing it's because part of the song is out. It's probably cropped or something. I don't know. But it does make more sense. Did they choose a visual for this? Because the beginning we had a lot of like presidents and stuff like that. So to have that and then start like closer to the heart, the blacksmith and the art, that's the first lyric we got. So to start with that, but the first part being visually basically like presented, that because that's what I see being done. I think it's a very creative and very interesting choice. I like that. I like that a lot because people who are gonna see this again, I feel like what Rush is doing, they're always very creative. Like you guys told me that Working Man, done again, the one that I checked out that was live, that was them a bunch of years afterwards, 2012 or 2015, I think, doing the song again from their first album. Was done very differently, and I think they do that. And also here, this visual beginning is again to be like a bit different from the beginning record because they're already known. They're already like the fans that already know them can get something new, or it can be like, oh, I know it's because of these lyrics at the beginning's like this. Like if they're doing that because of that, they're so good for it. Like they do it flawlessly, and I love that connection. It's so clever and so. It just gives and keeps everything going. Maybe that's also part of why they kept their audience for so long, because they've been playing the new songs, the old songs with the new albums. They still it changed them up, had a bit of a different start, a bit more fun endings. They improvised a bit, and that's what kept them still going and still interesting, because the audience didn't know, oh, he just pulled off a weird guitar solo that wasn't in there. But yeah, like that whole thing just seems so fun. I love that. So, okay, so, and the men who hold high places must be the ones who start to mold a new reality. The blacksmith and the artist reflect in their art. They forge their creativity closer to the heart. Yes, closer to the heart. Philosophers and I don't know how to say that. Each must know his place to sow to a new mentality. Closer to the heart, yes, closer to the heart. You must be the captain, and I will draw the chart. Sailing into destiny, closer to the heart. Sailing into destiny. Walk closer to the heart, closer to the heart. No. Interesting. We have different occupations and different, I guess, positions in the world and available like points, because we have the blacksmith and the artist, we have the philosopher, we have the captain, and I will draw the chart. Sailing into destiny. So I'm guessing verse 4, which is you can be the captain and I'll draw the chart. Sailing into destiny could also be romantic in every single way. We have the beginning that is, the men who hold high places must be the ones who start to mold a new reality. So they are addressing that people high up are the ones who choose the new reality and the new society, which makes sense because they have the power. And then the whole song is basically about being closer to the heart, making choices closer to the heart, which doesn't really happen when you're in high up places. I don't know if it does, for very few, if it does. The blacksmith and the artist reflect it in their art. So closer to the heart feeling, they forge their creativity closer to the heart. The philosopher and the plugman, each must know his part to show a new mentality. So you must know what your since this is your occupation, this is your destiny, this is your path, so you must already know with your mentality what you're supposed to do in this world. So maybe they're indirectly connoting that men in high places nowadays basically concocted this reality that, hey, this is your job and this is your place, so have that mentality embedded in you and know what you can do and don't change it. Stay in that routine, stay in that destiny, and don't make like sharp, unlike uh, irrational choices and changes abruptly. I'm not sure if that's it, if that's the message. I'm guessing it's a bit different. But that's what I'm gonna go for now. The song's super, super fun. I did enjoy it a lot. The lyrics are very interesting and always fun to try and figure out because they change so much, and I never can tell if I'm supposed to go extremely deep into it or a bit more don't over complicate things so I can get to the meaning. It's very interesting with every different song and with every different band. I never know. So I'm slowly learning. You guys can let me know about this too, if I did well or if not. For now, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time in my next reaction. Bye bye!